We are sitting in the 7-7 portal. This is the portal of truth. And the energy in this portal is asking you to review and change the blueprint of your entire life. No big deal. All right. Welcome, everybody. I am Steph, aka Morgana. Welcome to Mistful Musings with Morgana. If you are new here or have already joined us before, you are very welcome here. So grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair. We got some juicy stuff for you today. If you have not liked or subscribed, please let's be friends so you can get all the juicy, sourced, inspired updates every single week with me here. Okay, so what are we doing? We're in some intensely important energy. Today, we are sitting in nothing but the truth. And so that may trigger you or may inspire you based on what side of the fence you're sitting on right now. We're being asked this week to review why you're here. What is the blueprint of your soul actually telling you? Like internally, are you aligned with that blueprint? Or are you living a life that you have inherited? The ideas, the actions, the way you think, the way you feel. How much of your life, and this is a good question, so ask yourself, maybe put this in the comment. How much of your life that you live is by your own unique divine design? And how much of it that you live is inherited by your ancestors, by your situations, by your external pressures, the controls, the programs? Let me know. Maybe put a percentage on there, okay? So today, this portal is opening to shift the very fabric that you have been born into and to align your life with why you truly came. So some fabrications, some illusions, we're shifting some illusions, which are also, they feel very real and they can be very real. We live in a world full of duality, right? But some of these examples are that life is just inherently hard. And yeah, I get it. I'm a single mom over here, right? I know about hard, right? But sometimes we're like, life is hard, life is hard, life is hard. Yeah, and it can be, but also, who says life is hard and why is it hard and all of the things, right? It's something to pick apart. Another thing is that money is evil. So many of us have been born into situations and families and societies that says money is evil. And so we have this inherent fear of money. Oh my God, it's so bad, for so many different reasons. How is your relationship with money or your lack of? Is your relationship with money causing a lack of money, right? Another thing is all marriages end in divorce. And yeah, we're seeing a massive upheaval with that. But how do you feel about relationships? How do you feel about dating, right? So tearing apart some of those illusions and shifting it so they work for you. You get to write the rules now. We're in this truth portal. Maybe wanting more is greedy is another illusion, or selfishness is bad, and yeah, maybe if you have like toxic selfishness, but guess what? Creating space for yourself is actually super healthy, and wanting more for yourself will get you more, right? More abundance. Or something like, this is a big one for my healers, for my mediums, for the wise ones that watch me, right? Maybe the intuitive ones. This is a big one and this triggers you. So listen to this one. Being heard and seen is not safe. Ooh. Now, that is also one that I have been dealing with personally for years and years and years. And why? Because how many times have we shared our wisdom and been right? How many lifetimes have we been persecuted for our truth? We're sitting in the 7-7 truth portal right now. So our job is to come out of the shadows, Don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to be witnessed. Don't be afraid to be heard. And fun fact, did you know that I planned this channel, Mistful Musings with Morgana? I had that in the works for 2 years.
Wow.
I waited and waited and waited and said, it's not the right time. It's not the right time. And I was actually going to wait longer. And then in January this year, I didn't even get a choice. Spirit goes, guess what? Do it and do it now. Put it into action now. And because I'm a mystic, because I flow, obviously through discernment, but I flow, I listen to universe and source, I did it. And I know why I did it, right? The world needs my light. The world needs to hear my voice. And I am giving inspiration for more of you to also speak your truth. Okay? So sit in some of these illusions that we've inherited or that we've even aligned ourselves with because society told us, yeah, that's the way we do it. But right now we are asking to question those truths, question those alignments, question what resonates within your soul and why you came and what you just been doing because you're doing. Okay? Now, we have some really beautiful astrology that helps us and supports us as we question our truth, as we question our life path, as we question our mission and our purpose. So this is your astro forecast for this week. Number one, we have Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Mercury, again, is that planet of communication, travel, physical travel, or energetic travel, right? Technology, how we share, how we communicate our truth. Either through the verbal space or the written word. We're reviewing all of that, and we're reviewing how it feels like home, how we feel safe, how we build with that, right? From a very intuitive, emotional place. Now, today, we also have Neptune moving into retrograde. So now we got 2, and Neptune's a slower outer planet, okay? This will be in retrograde until December. So it's retrograding in Aries. And Neptune in retrograde, Neptune's the planet of like intuition and dreams and inspiration and desires and sometimes illusions and delusions. So we are getting a chance to look at where these illusions, where these programs have really gripped us and have a hold of us, and where we need to create some separation and discernment and shift that truth around and shift how those illusions actually impact our real day-to-day lives. Okay? So this is an opportunity to look at and review how these illusions affect your assignment, your purpose of why you are here, and whether they support that or whether they take away from that, okay? We also, on Sunday, on the 12th, we have a Sun-Mercury Cazimi, which means that Mercury moves into the heart of the sun, meaning that it gets illumination. There's alignment there. So in the middle of these retrogrades, right, we are having an aha moment. We are having a moment of clarity. We are having a moment where the fog completely just ripped in front of our eyes and we see the road clearly. Imagine if you're like driving down a road and you're like, I can't see, oh my God, I can't see the car in front of me. And then all of a sudden it clears and you're like, holy shit, this is what it is. I can see, you know, and the landscape looks completely different than I thought it was, you know. That's what's happening on Sunday. So use that energy on Sunday to see clearly your truth, where you've been holding on to illusions. What is the fog? What is your truth? Jot it down, right? Journal that. Clock it. Then next Tuesday, which is the 14th, we have a new moon in Cancer, which is, again, a beautiful time for seeding, right? And in our emotions, how they feel in our heart space, how they feel, as we're building our foundations for our home, our next alignment pieces, but we're planting new seeds of beginning. And the Cazimi is a really good time to plant new seeds too. So we have like this beautiful fertile ground supporting us as we review what illusions as a society, as inherited ancestry, as epigenetics, right? That we have taken on as ours that actually are not ours and are blocking us from living our truths, which is really important, friends. Living your truth right now in these times is really important. It's like why I'm here is like, wave that freak flag, wave the freak flag. Okay. So we've got cards today. I pre-shuffled, pre-pulled our first oracle card from our Avalonian deck, and I laughed out loud when I pulled it because it is number 11, and it is the card of Excalibur. I cannot make that ish up. So 11 is a master manifesting number, so we're sitting in that portal. Excalibur is the sword of truth. Truth bomb, 7-7, truth, 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 truth. Now, I'm going to read a little bit about this card. Now, Excalibur has to do with sovereignty, power, action, and truth. So how are you putting your action? How are you integrating your truth? How are you creating action on your truth, right? Which will set you free, my friends. It'll set you free in many ways than one. So, a magical sword of truth forged by pure spirits and soul weaponry of wise ones is offered to you. What are you going to do with that sword? How are you going to pick it up? Are you going to leave it in the stone? Your choice. We all have free will here, friends. You may use the sword of Excalibur to build new dreams or destroy old ties and loyalties. Use the energy of this card of Excalibur to motivate yourself to set future plans into motion. Mic drop, exactly what we were talking about. You have the strength, the courage, and the drive to achieve your dreams. Take inspired action. Yep. And the mantra for this card is, I build new dreams. Drop that in the comment. Confirm, affirm. I build new dreams. Because yes, and what are you building? Are you building those dreams on the past of your ancestors, on the external programs that are forced down our mouth, to be consumed all the time? No. You each have a special coding. You each have a plan. We're building our new dreams. Okay, this one wants to come out. We're building our new dreams based on that codex, that source codex, that divine codex. Trust that. Take action on that. Integrate that. The angel cards that came up today is number 676, which is self-love. So show yourself love as you shift into embodying your truth, your dreams. Prioritize your well-being and cultivate a deep sense of love and compassion for yourself. And by speaking your truth, by living your truth, you are showing your self-love because you are not denying why you're here. Have enthusiasm for your path, for your dreams. Number 343, approach life with an optimistic attitude, even in the face of challenges, because this world, we all know, is not skipping through a field of like sunflowers and daisies and sunlight and butterflies all the time, right? No, they're challenges. And through those challenges, we grow, we gain wisdom pieces. Through that chaos, we become more of ourselves. We are birthed by fire many times, right? Through the pressure. And no, life doesn't have to be hard all the time. We can definitely have balance and enjoy those fields of wonder and fruitfulness, right? But we got to get there first, okay? So be excited about the opportunities that lie ahead and embrace them with open arms. If you're not in a position to receive, divine downloads, to connect with your divine coding, and then receive the people, the places, the things, the opportunities that are presented to you because you're asking for more, you're asking for different, you're shifting your vibration. If you try to align yourself in that frequency and then say, no, I'm not comfortable with that, well, that's part of it. Open your hands, friends, and receive what is yours. Okay, so we're going to get a few clarifying tarot cards here for today. Okay, we got some interesting cards here. The first card we get is the Ten of Swords in reverse position. So swords is a very mental energy. It's over-analytical thinking. It's feeling caged. It's feeling stuck in. Normally in the upright position, yes, this looks gruesome, but actually the Ten of Swords is a victory because it's like dead and gone, like we're dead and done. But guess what? Uh-oh, it's in the reverse position. So we need to review something that we're having trouble letting go. What are you not, like there is something dead that you're not letting die. What do you need to surrender? What do you need to let go of? And just like the Excalibur card says, like cutting old ties, maybe it's cutting the old programs, cutting the inherited attitudes, opinions. You have to let something go in order to create new structures. You are preventing yourself from having a rebirth, a new beginning. In the upright, this is the first major arcana card on the hero's journey. He's off. The sun is empowering him. He's living simply, and he's going to go do the darn thing, start a new project. That's exciting. Well, that energy is in your field, but whatever you're not letting go of is preventing you from having a new start. So you need to let it go. You got the Two of Wands present, meaning that there is some kind of new idea, new spark. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's a new creative idea. Maybe it's a new job. Something is circling your field. You have the world in your hands right now. You are only limited by what your brain, your body, your emotions think that you deserve. What do you deserve? How can you show yourself some self-love? How can you connect to your truth and say, you know what? I deserve more. My happy little ass deserves more, right? And you do. So you've got some decisions here. What do you deserve? Is it the illusions, or is it what you want to build, right? Remember, you are building new dreams. I build my new dreams, right? You've got the world in your hand. You have some choices here. Let something go so that you can build something new. You are the emperor. Like I said, what do you have to let go of to have a new start so you can create some new structures, new rules, new foundations? You're the king. You're the queen. What does your kingdom or queendom look like, right? So it's a beautiful time. Mercury in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, the Cazimi with clarity. What does that look like? Name it and claim it. Okay. And the last card we are going to pull here today is going to be an oracle card. Oof. Okay, we got number 6. Now, 6 is finding balance, right? It's creating more abundance. Sometimes it's reviewing or revisiting things before seeking new paths. And we got the card of chaos. Ooh. And again, it makes me, so this is number 6, but it also makes me think of the card like number 5s. 5 is the card of change via chaos, confusion, conflict, all of that kind of stuff. And sometimes we need a little rumble in the jungle. Sometimes we need to shake things up a little bit and have a little bit of chaos in our life that may feel unstable, that may feel very triggering to the ego, which loves to keep us safe, but it is for our growth, right? We need a little bit of inspiration. We need a little bit of fire to like light things up, okay? So let's read about this. If you have been feeling stagnant lately, it can indicate the need to shake things up a little bit in your life. Maybe it's time for the destruction of old beliefs, limiting situations, relationships that don't serve you. It is time to break free. Mic drop. What have I been talking about? Don't live by the dictates of others. Be willing to step beyond rules and regulations. Vitality, inspire creativity. And guess what? A new life will emerge if you align yourself with truth. If you let whatever these old delusions die. If you allow yourself the rebirth. If you explore what that rebirth looks like, you've got the world in your hands. And if you claim it, say it, claim it, right? I'm creating new rules. I'm creating new structures. I'm doing it with enthusiasm. I'm doing it because I love myself. I value myself. My heart's path is worth something more than what I have been told it is. Okay. Woo, I got chills. All right. So you're maybe a little chaos, maybe a little tower moments, right? But let it fly and let it inspire your truth. You got one life to live right now, right in this space, in this place. What is your truth? It is time to break free and rewrite the blueprint of your soul. All right, friends. Okay, so if you like these messages, I am open for personal readings. I am doing a 3-card spread right now for 2222. So if you would like to work with me, my email is in the description box. Please email me. Also, if you would like to work with me on an extended space, email me too, and we can set something up. All right. Wishing you lots of love and blessings. Take care, friends.